Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the restoration of Noel. I think this is episode 14 now. Just want to point out this is right. Maybe, huh? Rich's Garage Tinkering and Fixing. Maybe. Haha. So what have I been doing? Well, not a lot, but you can see there is some visual progress on the bulkhead. So the last video we were concentrating on the pedal boxes. They're all done, and I'm still on the bulkhead, as you can see. And also I haven't done anything about the top piece yet. Let me talk you through why that is. Let me just grab the light. So when I stripped all the pedal boxes from Noel, and the steering box and column, which is over here, the associated bracketry with all that actually gave the bulkhead a substantial amount of rigidity, and it rather caught me out when I took all that off and then the bulkhead was flapping around. It really was loose. It was too loose, in my opinion, to tackle this top piece that I'm being a bit of a big girl about tackling at the moment, because I still haven't done anything about it. So I had to kind of rejig my plans, and I had to stabilize the bulkhead by repairing this bracket here and then bolting it back on to the passenger side, which has managed to give some more rigidity to how the bulkhead is sitting on the chassis. So bring us right up to date. I have then decided to go the same route and sort this footwell out next, rather than doing anything else. Now these panels are only just sitting there in place. I've just cut the rest of the rust out on this bulkhead, and I literally just sit these in. This is the first time they've sat there, so it'll be the first time of many trial fittings before they get put in place. But I just thought it was worth showing you this now before we go any further. As you can see on this A post, I've still got a lot of work to do, but I have already done a lot of work. And down here you can see the bulkhead foot, which is, hang on, just bear with me whilst I put this light down. So this is the bulkhead foot. I've had to completely remake that, and I've remade it all in thicker steel than is standard, so it's 3mm thick steel. I've had to redo all the captive nut arrangements, the same as I did on the near side. It's exactly the same story, pretty much. I've put in little tabs, as you can see. I just get it to focus in. Whoa, look at that. So we've got little retaining tabs that are going to stop this plate from falling into the A-post when I take the bolts out of it. So obviously I need to make up a section here and carry it all up there. But there has been, you know, a reasonable amount of progress. And there are a couple of things that I've noticed as well, which was really why I thought I'd do this video now. I've just put my screwdriver down that I was going to use to point with. So let's pick this other one up. So round this area here, where the pedals bolt in, so when I bought this is a bought section, okay? I didn't make this. This is bought, and I was really pleased initially with how with the quality, and it looked really good. But what I didn't realize was on this side, this part here should be double thickness. Actually, on the old piece, which I've got down the floor here, you can see here there's an extra piece which is going to strengthen up where the pedals bolt in. And as my good friend Rog said, You don't want the bulkhead feeling like a Triumph Spitfire when you press your foot on the brake and the clutch and feel flex up here. So that's one thing that's kind of caught me out that we've got to sort out. And I thought that was worth mentioning. We are in the middle of making a section here. I know I know this is rusty. It is only surface rust on this. It's just the steel I've got, so I don't really have a lot of choice. But it's pretty thick. There's a lot more cutting, as you can see. The holes for the master cylinders, sorry, the pedals are marked out, and I've got to put many more holes in it. But we started doing that, and that's then going to sit on the inside of here, and then we're going to weld it in there. So I just thought that was worth pointing out. If you're doing this repair yourself, that section that you might buy from anywhere is not strong enough on its own. We just got a couple of... Oh yeah, there goes Ted. Somebody's walking past. Teddy's on patrol. It was always a risk doing a video with the dog out, isn't it? Always a risk. The other thing I realised that I hadn't mentioned before is the door seal arrangement. Now, this isn't right. How this is, there should be a curved part. If we come back here to my spare bulkhead, which I have done some work on, but I haven't cut it, you can see there's a curly part here. So the door seal bolts in. Sorry, trying to keep the focus. My amazing camera, isn't it? So the door seal arrangement is going to be totally different, or is totally different, should I say, on Noel, because the previous owner did his own thing, and I'm not sure whether to retain that or not. I think I might do, because I know lots of people have complained about the quality of the door seals now, and they're quite difficult to fit and get the door then to fit nicely into its aperture. So I just thought I'd point that out. That's another little bit that isn't quite right. Also, I'm going all over the place here, I know. A little bit disjointed. I thought we might run through some of the costs so far. I've done a little tally. Let's try and sort this light out. Oh, that's classy. Oh, I don't know if this video is going to be any good. Now then, can we get focus on this? Oh, I love the way it goes into focus. Don't love the way it goes out of focus. So, costs so far. Right, well, I did this a month ago. So we got an oil filter and the oil, 25 quid. The repair sections that we've just been looking at for the bulkhead are £100. Deposit on the engine I never bought was £100. I didn't get that back because I felt that I'd messed the guy around, and I still wanted to use him. I mean, I bought the bulkhead from him, so you know, it was the last minute. I changed my mind on buying another engine when we started out on Bess, obviously because Noel turned up, and hopefully there's nothing wrong with Noel's engine other than the tappets and some routine maintenance. Built Hamber products. So these are my products of choice. Built Hamber. This is, as you can see, Hydrate 80. That's my rust converter. I love all of Built Hamber stuff. It's brilliant. Where were we? Built Hamber. I bought some new floor fastenings for when it goes back together. Sanding belts. Primer. Seam sealer. Enamel paint, which I haven't used yet, but I've got all the paint and materials ready to paint the bulkhead. Obviously, I haven't used them. I'm not quite ready. Twist knot wire wheel brushes on the grinder, which I've been using to clean back all of the chassis with. The galvanized paint, which I've been using on the chassis. Cutting discs, POR 15, which I've been using on the chassis. I bought one engine mount. and the price of the second-hand bulkhead. So far, we're up to £622.30. Get my fingers out of the way of the camera, you idiot. Yeah, £622.30 is what I've spent so far to get to here. I'm hoping that it isn't going to be more than maybe 3 or 4 grand. This is what I'm hoping for, but we'll wait and see. My neighbour, who loves watching Bangers and Cash, said to me they spent 40 grand restoring a Series 1. So he seems to think I'm going to be spending 40 grand. I certainly am not going to be doing that at all. So there you are. Just a little update from me. And just to let you know, my name's Richard. This isn't my first restoration. I used to run a classic car restoration business in Cardiff back in the 90s and noughties called BMC Revivals. So, you know, this isn't new territory to me, although I've never done a Land Rover before. Although I've owned plenty of Land Rovers, I've never done this work on a bulkhead before and this depth of work. This isn't going to be a concourse restoration. This is an absolute shoestring restoration to try and get it done as nicely as I can without spending a fortune. So thanks very much again for coming on this journey. Thank you to all the new subscribers, the old subscribers, and the subscribers yet to subscribe. Got that out in one mouthful. If I don't see you before, have a great Christmas. We'll see how we go over Christmas with how much progress we make. So next time you see me or you see Noel, all of this repair section in the bulkhead should all be welded in like it is on the other side. Okay, lovely to see you all. Thanks again. Bye bye.